So here is a summary. So we learnt about the matter and spirit. Then we learnt about the scientific proofs I showed you. Then we learnt about how the difference between robo and a living person. Then we learnt about my mechanism of mind, and we learnt about the practical benefits. So now I will show you the mind map now, and then conclude my session. This is the mind map. So I can make it bigger, and then I'll take you through one by one. You can see this is the introduction and driver car analogy. Why should I study about the soul? I told the example of Arjuna. Arjuna heard the knowledge of soul and became cheerful. The depressed Arjuna became confident Arjuna. So every one of you can study Bhagavad Gita and become confident in your lives. Then this is the second thing we learned. I am a matter of spirit. Then who are you? You are not a bunch of chemicals. Your worth is not just 110 rupees. You are actually the driver of the bodily machine. And then we showed you that the cinema actress, beautiful body, and then how when the soul left the body, how she became ugly and it meant for just to be burnt in the fire, isn't it? The difference between body and, matter and soul. We saw that. Body is just matter. It's not conscious, it changes. Whereas the soul is spirit, isn't it? It is conscious, eternal and alive. And then we showed what is spiritual viewpoint, what is material viewpoint, that is non-mechanistic and mechanistic, isn't it? Yeah. And then after these two things, introduction and matter of spirit, then we came to scientific proofs. I showed you from common sense, from consciousness and camera and all that we showed, NDE, OBE, outer body. I didn't tell you about outer body experience. Actually, Reader's Digest published a book called as Into the Unknown. In 1996, I had read that book. I saw one interesting thing there. They put a man on the bed, and on the loft they kept some objects, round object, triangular object, square object, and all that. They told this man to come out of the body and go up and see and come back and then draw those objects pictures. He exactly has drawn what objects he saw on the top of the loft. So they have established the proofs of the soul coming out of the body and then perceiving things and coming back into the body. So there are many articles like that about outer body experience also. Then I told you about reincarnation research by Dr. Ian Stevenson, phobias, and the twins proving that two souls have entered into two bodies. Fighter pilot James, isn't it? And then different scientists saying. And then we also discussed about the difference in living person and the robo. Yeah. And then the three major differences in living body and robo. 6 changes in the living body, reproduction, and consciousness, thinking, feeling, willing. Okay, then the last thing. The mechanism of mind also, competition between the mind and intelligence. Once you strengthen the intelligence, you will not be troubled by the mind. So Gigo, good in, good out. And take care that you give good scripts through the books, movies, friends, and music. And then finally, we studied about the gross and subtle body. And then the practical benefits, universal brotherhood, divine and demoniac nature. So we have to cultivate divine nature. So these are the different things we saw today. Thank you all very much.